Day 8 of Detroit Lions training camp did not disappoint after a mild day 7 with just a walkthrough and Martha Firestone Ford coming through on her fancy schmancy golf cart. We came to day 8 and it did not disappoint. I cannot wait until I can get there. I will be there for the joint practices. That is what I'm looking forward to. But we got some people moving up the chain, wide receivers making a name for themselves. We got to talk about the running game, and we have to talk about the beast himself, Hutch Bosa Jr., man. Coming from Pride of Detroit, again, everything will be linked in the description. Says for the first week in camp, Drummond has been with the third team. But as week 2 has progressed, he has been worked in with the second team more and more. He made multiple over-the-middle catches on passes from Nate Sudfeld and Adrian Martinez during team drills and got the better of Tracy Walker in one-on-ones earlier in practice. He still has a ways to go to rise up the depth chart, but for a player who only made the roster after a tryout during rookie minicamp, he is starting to look like he may stick around in some capacity this season. That is a big deal. You know who we haven't heard about? Chase Cota. And Chase Cota, not a single, I don't even think his name was mentioned in any article I've read. But Dylan, and his name is Dylan. It's Dylan. Dylon is from Making the Band. Dylon, and Dylon. That, he is from Making the Band. Dylan is the guy that plays for our team. Now, what's intriguing about this is he's not going to crack the 53-man roster. I really don't believe he's going to beat out Antoine Green. I don't believe he's going to beat out Denzel Mims. But you see an opportunity, you take it. Antoine went down with exhaustion on Saturday. Maybe this is the point where Dylan got a chance to step up, working his way from the 3 to the 2s. Best case scenario for him, is that he makes the practice squad. But you never know. We got a long way to go. We got 3 preseason games, and he could very well crack the roster. I myself think it's a long shot, but at least he's making a name for himself, which is better than I can say for Chase Cota. Now, let's take a look at the running back position. It says David Montgomery isn't as flashy as Gibbs. We got to go back up a little bit. Gibbs showed solid patience to press the line of scrimmage and wait for his hole to open, as well as the lateral quickness to break off runs outside. His biggest play of the day, where Williams' block created an outside lane, illustrated a combination of acceleration, vision, and aggressiveness. David Montgomery isn't as flashy as Gibbs, but he is consistently finding yardage between the tackles. When defenders attempt to tackle him, they need to bring proper technique. Otherwise, he is running through armed tackles. And we heard that David Montgomery, or we know that he, I want to say, led the league in broken tackles for 2023 or 2022. So you got to take him down right, or he going to take you out. That's how that's going to go. The battle for the RB3 spot continues to feature a rotation of Justin Jackson, Craig Reynolds, and Jamar Jefferson. In one red zone drill, the backs were literally rotating each snap with the other competitors. Jackson's best play of the day was arguably a catch in the flat where he pressed through contact, cut back inside, and gained extra yardage. Reynolds and Jefferson each showed the ability to pick up 5 to 7 yard gains, and each scored a touchdown in the red zone. UDFA fan favorite Muhammad Ibrahim has been consistently repping with the third team, but like Drummond, could start working his way up the rotation after the player's off day on Tuesday. So again, we have another situation where someone is kind of down on the depth chart and they could possibly rise their way up. I said this when I made a video about Jahmyr Gibbs. And like I said, I truly believe that Jahmyr is going to be the guy to bring us back to the days of Javid Best. I think we're going to see a little bit of Barry Sanders elusiveness in there as well. Gibbs will not disappoint. I assure you that. You will feel different about him than you do right now if you are on the fence about Gibbs. Now, as far as running back 3, I have no idea. I think we keep 4 with 1 or 2 maybe going on the practice squad. Number 3 and 4 are kind of going to be a battle right now, and we'll see which one of these guys are going to make the team. But Craig Reynolds have been fighting for his life ever since he's been on his team. Does he have another fight in him, or will he be surpassed by some other guy that comes for that spot? But I got to say this, man. Y'all know I love me some defensive end. I love defensive end, and Nick Bosa is my favorite defensive end in the league. And I have been clamoring for a defensive end. We missed out on Chase Young. Might have been a good thing, but Jeff Okudah wasn't that much better. And when we had an opportunity to take Aidan Hutchinson, I didn't want Kayvon Thibodeau. I did not want Trayvon Walker. I did not want, what's the dude, Kyle Hamilton. I wanted Aidan Hutchinson. And I have the receipt saying if the Detroit Lions, if he's sitting there at number 2, they will take him. And take him they did, right? Aidan Hutchinson is going to be a dog. We made a video about him bulking up. He did an interview about his offseason routine and how year 2 is going to be so much different than year 1. And he is definitely going to be an issue this year. More on from Pride of Detroit. This is almost becoming repetitive, but Aidan Hutchinson looks like he's going to be a real problem. On Monday, with Penei Sewell on the sideline and concussion protocol, Hutchinson squared up with Matt Nelson and clearly had the upper hand. When the offense used a tight end against Hutchinson, the results were even more lopsided for the Michigan product. Tackles for a loss and sacks are becoming regular things in practice with Hutchinson, but he is also showing veteran savvy when setting the edge. Hutchinson's power to set the edge, ability to keep himself in the play, and shed his blocks to make plays, fantastic to watch. I personally think that Aidan Hutchinson was completely robbed of Defensive Rookie of the Year. There's nothing you can say to me. Even Sauce Gardner said, hey, he had more interceptions than me. Hutch never had a chance. You think he forgot about that? I don't. You think he's going to forget about that? No. And he's showing it in his work this year. I don't know off top, so you can put in the comment section how many sacks Nick Bosa had in his second year. But Hutch is going to, I truly believe he's going to dominate this year. He's going to dominate. He's going to be our version of Nick Bosa. And that is a tall bill, but that's something that I think he can fit. So let me know your thoughts on training camp day 8. What day are you going to training camp? I do plan to be there no matter what on the 8th and the 19th, I believe. Yes, is when I plan to go on, whatever the 2 joint practices are, and I hope to see you there. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.